everybody. So today we're voting for the GoodReads Choice Awards. Okay, so as you know, I usually try and vote for the books that are not necessarily the most popular. If in a category I have read the books, I will vote for the books that I like. But if I have not read the books, I usually what I do is I look for BIPOC authors, diverse authors. So I just try and look for those authors because one, they are not generally nominated, and two, they are not usually the winners. Though let's remember that Goodreads Choice Awards are a popularity contest. They usually go ahead and pick the books that are mostly saved on people's folders or tabs or whatever it's called that they want to read. So that's how they know that the books are popular, because people have saved them that they want to read them in the future, and not necessarily that they are like the highest rating. They have some with lower ratings that are competing with books that are like 5 stars. So yeah, it depends on the category. So I'm just gonna go through them and I am gonna go ahead and vote for them. Let me go ahead. I don't know why I have this so zoomed out. Okay, so I'm in the fiction right now, and in the fiction we have Real Americans by Rachel Kong. We have Claire Lombardo, Same as It Ever Was. Swan Song. Margot's Got Money Troubles. Gridiron Balding. Colored Television. Good Material. Playground. Here One Moment. Sandwich. Blue Sisters. Tell Me Everything. I haven't read any of these. All Four. Something in July. Welcome to the Hongnam Dong Bookshop. Sally Rooney. I Hope This Finds You Well. Martyr. Wandering Stars. The Wedding, The Mighty Red. So I haven't read any of the fiction books. Right now is Native American Heritage Month. I am reading Native American stories. I have a couple of Tommy Orange books that I want to read. I have heard nothing but amazing things about Tommy Orange books. So my vote is gonna go to Tommy Orange this time. And I know that some of you might be like, Sophie, why are you voting for books that you haven't even read? Most people vote for books that they haven't even read. A lot of people vote for books that are, again, very popular on social media, Book Talk, Bookstagram, BookTube, all of those. And books they have heard of or they have seen the cover and they're voting for them. They're saving on their to be read TBRs, and they're planning on reading later on. Some votes, when they announce the winners, you can see the rating and you can see how many votes they got and how many people actually have read them and rated them. Sometimes the ratings are, let's say they have 10,000 ratings and 50,000 people voted for the book to win. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. So you already know that a lot of people are voting for books that they haven't read. So yes, that gives me permission to go ahead and vote for books that I haven't read, but they are from people of color, diverse authors, like I said. Why? Because this also sends a message to Goodreads, to publishers, that we are also interesting, that we are voting for these authors and these books because we are interested in reading them. Okay, so I think that it's very important for us to do that, to go ahead and vote. And I know a lot of other people who are on BookTube kind of skip the categories where they haven't read anything or that they don't necessarily read a lot from, but I think it's important for them to again do that if they want to see more diverse authors in each category, it is important for them to make their voices heard. And I think this is one of the ways. Go ahead and vote for people from diverse backgrounds. Okay, so let's see historical fiction. The Frozen River, The Love Elixir, The Storm We Made, Shelterwood, By Any Other Name, There Are Rivers in the Sky, The Lion Woman of Tehran, The Briar Club, The Bullet Swallowed, The Great Divide, Behind Every Good Man, The Book Lover's Library, The Woman, The Husband and the Lovers, The Seven Veil of Salome, James, The Paris Novel, Anita de Monte Loves Last, The Phoenix Crown, Long Island. This is a difficult one because we have Xochitl Gonzalez, which I have heard amazing things from, but I've never read her. We have The Seven Veils of Salome, which is from Silvia Moreno Garcia, which is one of my favorites. I haven't read her, but I read a few of her books this year. And we have Cristina Enriquez with The Great Divide. So I think, and The Lion Woman of Tehran, which is also another book that I've heard great things about. I think my vote is gonna go to Silvia Moreno Garcia because I know her work and I know that I love every single one of her books. Even the ones that weren't necessarily for me, I ended up loving and giving 4 stars or 5 stars because even though they weren't exactly for me, for my personal taste, I love the way that they were written. And it's really hard, even if that you can recognize a book that is not for you, but you still like how it's written and how the story goes, even though it is not necessarily for you. That's kind of difficult to do, and Silvia Moreno Garcia does that. I don't know how she does it, so my vote is gonna go for her. Okay, the next one is gonna be mystery thrillers. So let's see. For mystery thrillers, we have The Midnight Feast, Home is Where the Bodies Are, Society of Lies, The Heiress, How to Solve Your Own Murder, Listen to the Lies, the last one, At the Wedding, The Teacher, The Night We Lost Him, The Darling Girls, Middle of the Night, Not What She Seems, House of Glass, First Light Wins, The Return of Ellie Black, The Mystery Guest, The God of the Woods, Oh, The Colors of the Dark, The Boyfriend, We Solve Murders. Let's see. Who am I gonna vote for? Okay, so my vote is gonna go to Not What She Seems. She has 11,000 ratings with a 3.8 solid rating on GoodReads, so that seems pretty good. So Jasmine Ango, my vote is gonna go to you. So let's go to romance next. Okay, and romance we have How to End the Love Story, Not in Love, The Rom-Comers, This Could Be Us, Wild Love, Lies and Weddings, King of Sloth, Emily Henry with Funny Story, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, a lot of books with bookstore or bookshop names. The Paradise Problem, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, Play Along, Love of My Afterlife, Leather and Lark, Daydream, and Swift and Saddle. This summer will be different. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, The Pairing, and Bride. I don't know. Haven't read anything by Abby Jimenez. I have been meaning to read from her. I've heard a lot of great things about her. I think she's gonna be one for me. Also, Tia Williams, I've heard amazing things about her. Also, Kennedy Ryan, but I haven't read anything. So I think my vote is gonna go for or to Abby Jimenez this time. but I definitely want to read all the other ones. Okay, let's go to romantasy. I don't think I've read anything of romantasy this year, or any other year actually. Apprentice to the Villain, A Touch of Chaos, A Fate in Blood, Inbound, The Spell Shop, A Promise of Pardon? I'm not sure. Honey Witch, Born of Blood and Ashes, Blood of Hercules, The Games God's Play, A Crown of This, Cold and Heavy, House of Flame and Shadow, Phantasma, When the Moon Hatches, something else, Quicksilver, Fading the Sun King, Zodiac Academy. Let's go for that one. The Fate of Sun and King. Okay, let's vote for fantasy. Okay, we have Blackbird Oracle, A Song for Drowned Rivers, Empire of something, The Book of Doors. Jesus Christ, some of these are very hard to see. Somewhere Beyond the Sea, Voyage of the Dawn, The Familiar by Lee Bardugo, A Sweet Sting of Satin, The Night Ends with Fire, The White Fox. I've heard a lot of things about The White Fox. A Sorceress Comes to Call, The Last Story, Five Broken Blades, The Dead Cat Tell Assassin, Warm Hands of Ghosts, May in the Other Lands, May of the Other Lands, When Among Crows, An Academy of Liars, and The Bright Sword. I think that my vote is gonna go to The Fox Wife. I've heard a lot of great things about The Fox Wife, and I think I want to go ahead and read that one. So that one's an easy one. For fantasy, The Fox Wife. Okay, science fiction. This is an easy one for me. I'm gonna tell you the categories. The choices, and then I'll tell you my choice. So we have The Stardust Crail, Absolution, Orbital, Moon of the Turning Leaves, The Other Valley, Service Model, Yours for the Taking, Red Side Story, Doom, The Black Box of Doom, Beautyland, The Ministry of Time, Sky Full of Elephants, and In Ascension, I Cheerfully Refuse, Anibot, The Family Experiment, Baby X, Extinction, The Mercy of the Gods, and The Blueprint. I know I've heard a lot about Anibot. I know that a lot of people have been talking about it. I know it kind of came out of nowhere. Also, The Ministry of Magic. The Ministry of Time. I'm sorry. A lot of people have been talking about it online. But my vote is gonna go for Moon of the Turning Leaves. I think this is one of a book that it really came through organically and because of the readers. The first book came out, I think, about 2-3 years ago, and it was actually the first book that I read in 2022 when I joined Bookstagram, and then when I started like my reading journey on social media. I read I read Moon of the Turning Snow, something like that, and it was the first book, and it's a dystopian about a Native American reservation where the world power kind of has the power doesn't work anymore. It's a dystopian, and people from the reservation are the ones that are surviving based on their skill and their knowledge and all that, and what happens to them when other people are trying to survive and kind of come over into the reservation and all that. And it's very interesting. It's written by a Native American author, and it kind of started word of mouth getting very popular. It was the first time that I joined the community of readers online, and then all of a sudden I had read something and then it became popular after I read it. So that was kind of exciting, and I knew what everybody was talking about. That's not the case ever. and and then it kind of got turned into a sequel, and it came out last year. I didn't get a chance to read it before, well, as soon as it came out. I read it this month and it was amazing. I gave it 5 stars, just like the first one. It's a different story, different characters, or some of them are the same, but it's within the same world and a couple of years afterwards, and what happens to them, to the people. And yeah, it's just as devastating and just as important and just as introspective and reflective and all that it should be. And obviously my vote is gonna go to Moon of the Turning Leaves. I think it's amazing, and I think that because this is really a testament of a book being that good that people wanted it to be popular. Zero marketing, zero machine behind it. People really loved it, pushed for it to be popular, the first one, pushed for a sequel, and then it got here to the Goodreads Choice Awards. So yeah, I think it is super important that we vote for it if we can. So yeah, and it's that good. It's actually good. I really like it. Okay, so let's go to horror. I haven't read any horror because I don't like it. It scares me. But let's see. We have Stephen King. We have House of Bone and Rain by Gabino Iglesias. Indian Burial Ground. We used to live here. I was a teenage slasher. Blood Like Mine. The Bug Wife. I think. This Cursed House. The Angel of Indian Lake. So Thirsty. Murder Road. Incidents Around the House. Chuck, Bury Your Gaze. The Eyes Are the Best Part. I know a lot of people have been talking about The Eyes Are the Best Part. My Darling, Dreadful Things, The Book of Witching. Diavola, Sleep Tight. A Sunny Place for Shady People by Mariana Enriquez. And What Feast the Night. I've heard about Mariana Enriquez a lot. I've never read anything by her. I think she kind of dabbles in different genres, so I'm not sure. And then I also heard about House of Bone and Drain by Gabino Iglesias. So I think I'm going to give actually my vote to Gabino Iglesias. I think the couple of people that I have heard talk about it really like this book. So I'm going to trust them because they're the experts in horror. I am not, and I don't like it, and I will not be reading any of these books. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my vote to that one. Debut novel. Let's see. How to End a Love Story. The Storm We Made. Welcome to the Hum Nam Dong bookshop. Exit Fire. Graham Baldwin. Victim. We Used to Live Here. Daughters of Shangdong. The Eyes Are the Best Part. All We Were Promised. The Ministry of Time. Masquerade. The Things We Didn't Know. Sky Full of Elephants. Voyage of the Dam. Martyr. The Book of Doors. Shred Sisters. The Truth According to Ember. And Glorious Exploits. I am giving my vote to The Truth According to Ember. Again, Native American Heritage Month. I am giving my vote to that book, and I am planning on reading that book within the next couple of days. So hopefully, yeah, I can say, yay, I'm glad I gave my vote to Danaka Nava. So, yay. Audiobook. This is a new category. This is probably because of the narration. I haven't heard any of these books, and I love listening to an audiobook. And I don't know who narrates these books. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and vote for I'm gonna go ahead and vote for Abby Jimenez again. There you go. So young adult fantasy. Let's see. Okay, I have read one, I think, here. Let's see. Okay, so I've I've read Dragon Fruit. I really did like it. Some parts dragged a little bit for me, but I really did like it. Where the Library Hides, Ruthless Vows, The Poison We Drink. Wow, Twisted Glory, something about Twisted Glory, The Darkness Within Us, So Let Them Burn, Reckless, Where the Dark Stands Still, Don't Don't Let the Force In, The Prisoner's Throne, Your Blood, My Bones, Of Jade and Dragons, Air, The Invocation, Immortal Dark, Defiant, Heartless Hunter, For She Is Wrath, Wisteria. I think I'm gonna give my vote to Dragon Fruit, which is the one that I have read and I really did like it. I enjoyed it by Maikia Lucier. So yeah, I really did like that one. Okay, young adult fiction. When the world tips over, art when in art are not in love, a crane among wolves, where sleeping girls lie, a thousand broken pieces, nothing like the movies. Uh, Band for Two, Betting on You, Dead in the Morning House, Thirsty, That's Not My Name, The Reappearance of Rachel Price, The Grandest Game, Under the Surface, Heartstopper, Icarus, Dungeons and Drama, Most Ardently. I hope this doesn't find you. If only I had told her. I am voting for Most Ardently. This is a retelling of Pride and Prejudice with trans representation. I never thought I would say this about a book that I already know the story, but it made me cry. It was some parts were so moving, and usually remakes are kind of miss because they don't know how to make it different or original or anything like that. And this was so good. I read it and I liked it, and yeah, that was amazing. I really like that one. Okay, nonfiction. Let's see. I don't think I read any nonfiction this year. So let's see. I'm Sorry for My Loss, Frame, It's Not Hysteria, Feel Good Productivity, Meditation for Mortals, The Devil at His Elbow, How to Tell When We Will Die, Revenge of the Tipping Point, One in a Millennia, Sing Sing, All in Her Head, The Message, The Backyard Bird Chronicles, One, Disney High, Blood, Nuclear War, The Kingdom of Power and Glory, and The Anxious Generation. I think I'm gonna go for either All in Her Head or It's Not Hysteria. Let's see. Oh, Feel Good Productivity. I don't know. I mean, these books. I think I'm gonna. It's kind of difficult because these books are like self-help, but really. Okay, let's do All in Her Head because you know, women and how doctors don't believe them when they tell them their symptoms. So yeah. Okay, one more and then I have to go. Which one is this category? Memoir. Okay, memoir. Okay, memoir. Is it okay if I vote for Kelly Bishop? I just want to vote for Kelly Bishop, but I have Elizabeth Camarillo Gutierrez. Oh, God. Look, I think Kelly Bishop is gonna win no matter what. So I'm okay giving my vote for Hereafter. Amy Lynn or Elizabeth Camarillo Gutierrez, My Side of the River. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Elizabeth. I know probably Kelly Bishop is gonna win, and I love Kelly Bishop, but I have to support. Okay, and the last one, history and biography. The bookshop, Ross, When Sea Came Alive. And history of D-Day, Nexus, Women in Valley of the Kings, Madness, The Siege, Demon Under, By Fire We Carry. Almost all of them are about like war or things like that. Fifth Avenue, Challenger, Marie Curie. Ooh, Marie Curie. The Situation Room is Not Your China. Not Your China Doll. Okay, let's vote for Not Your China Doll. Let's vote for that one. And that's it. That's all the categories we have voted. Yay! So we have voted for every single category, supporting all of our diverse authors that are right there nominated. So hopefully we'll make a little dent on the voting. We'll let people know that we are interested in diverse authors, that we are not interested in the same old. We want them to be here, obviously, the popular ones that are here, but we don't just want them, we want diversity also. So yeah, go ahead and vote. I think the voting ends, this is it an opening round? Let's see, when is it over? Opening round ends in 4 days. So yeah, go ahead and vote if you can. If you see this after 4 days, I hope you voted. And if not, vote for the next round. Let's see which ones made it to the next round. And then if you haven't read anything, then try and vote for diverse authors and support and let them know that you're interested in those voices. So thank you so much for joining me, and remember that you can follow me on my socials right there on the descriptions. Thank you so much. Make sure to like, to subscribe, and keep reading, keep blooming. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.